I have with us today Abhishek, who is HR and Director Technology. He leads HR Tech at one of India's largest deep tech engineering organization, where he builds technology-driven systems that power high-velocity engineering and AI-led product development. Abhishek's work spans advanced HR tech platforms, people and business data models, and AI-enabled talent programs that strengthen capability, performance, and delivery. He partners closely with engineering and product leaders to create environments where deep tech teams can solve complex problems, ship safely at scale, and continuously upskill. Welcome.
Thank you for a smart intro. Thank you.
Okay, let's start with what you seem to be extremely into deep tech talent. What defines talent performance in an organization, very generically speaking?
Okay, so I think over a period of time, the definition of uh, performance have changed,
Right.
which used to be earlier where you have a delivery timeline and then you did a concrete delivery and then you get evaluated on the parameter is no longer a definition. Right now, every organization demands people with multi-talented, people who can do multiple roles in the system, or if there is something new which is a demand of the business comes in and you should be able to chip into that. So one is the learning capability and grasping power and ability to unlearn yourself and then relearn yourself.
Yeah.
That's the major thing which is right now is boom, and I think AI is doing a great role in that. So I myself, my journey with HR and now the tech HR happens to be the similar line, and of course I'm able to do the justice
And I
to
think
it.
you're the second person to talk about the concept of unlearning and relearning, and that is so important in today's world because what was new 5 seconds ago has now
Yes.
suddenly changed, and if we're not on top of the game, we're getting lost, and that's the only way to sort of ride this way. And you're talking about even future mobility, right?
Yes.
In this point, how is the shift to autonomous and connected mobility reshaping skill needs? And we're talking about upskilling as well right now.
Well, I think this is a very, very, very smart question. One is skills. Right now, it doesn't reside in any country anymore, right? So we, in my past assignments, we were working in collaboration with multiple country people. So we had a team who's managing the product out of US. A portion of it was done through Europe, and a portion of it was done through India. Now we were already utilizing the skill of these people residing in different country already. Plus, for collaboration, we used to send people to one country to another, or we used to have a workshop where we start to talk about the vision of this particular product. How do we need to enhance it? In which direction we want to take it to, say, 2 years or 3 years or 5 years down the line. So that particular quotient right now it doesn't restrict anymore. Earlier it used to be a restriction because you were limited with the resources. Today with remote working, with matching with the timelines or different country time zones and other things, and skill being available, and this Gen Z and the new crowd which has come in, they are more keen to have a platform which they can showcase, and it gives the similar kind of a platform. And it gives them a kick. I mean, when you look at reels and other things, these are nothing but a platform where they are showcasing what they feel is nice. And in the professional world, these are the platforms which we talk about.
And then
mobility.
you're talking about 3 different continents, right? So you've had like a massive cultural exchange as well with 3 different,
Exactly.
teams. And you're talking about, at this point, global collaboration, which is something that is the need of the hour as opposed to,
Yes.
minimizing and looking local. In your experience, how do you build teams that collaborate seamlessly across continents? And this is obviously a multicultural issue as well, right?
Right. So the common point between all of this is when you have a common repository of every information pertaining to the work. So if it is a single, so I'll take an example of a product development. Okay. Now you have a single product. So I'll take a typical case. So we were supporting roughly about 28 products out of India. Now each product has its own vertical, its own line of work, and its own vision. Okay. Now, as a whole, we decided that the repository of every decision making for a particular product reside in one particular place. So it could be India, it could be US, it could be Europe. Now, this is a central focal point. Everything drives from there, and that is where the collaboration happens. Now, if there is a new enhancement of a feature, right, then it will be governed from their base hub location. And that's how every team gets into the connectivity, collaboration, and exchange of ideas.
Right.
Now, there was another element to it which kind of given the twist. So, when we were doing multiple products, we had all the team working in silos.
Right.
One team working on one product and they have single point of connectivity. Now, as an HR, as a common point, knowing all the three continents, I have built a platform where all the teams were presenting what they have built.
Right.
Okay, and it used to be once a month kind of a program where we used to get the topics and then we used to select, and 1 hour, 15 minutes each, one team was presenting what they have built. What it has done good is people to get to know what other teams are doing. Plus, if I'm doing on something on a similar line, I know that someone else has already made it.
Right.
So I can take the use of their piece of work and extend it or mold it the way I want it for my product. So that's how the collaboration was happening. Now, I might have had an opportunity to see in India what these people have developed. But when I have this information, I will talk to my counterpart in Europe, I will talk to my counterpart in US, and then I will say, so and so team, so and so work, and so and so thing is already been developed. And that's how collaboration was bringing in. Believe me, it has enhanced the delivery of India Center by 28%.
Wow, that's not a small amount by any scale. And I think having that common goal also certainly helps because we're all looking at the same product. You know, a lot of I think organizations, once you have a common goal, sort of collaboration between departments and in your case different continents becomes seamless once you have that set.
Yes.
To get into a more generic, very over discussed topic, let's talk about AI in engineering. That I mean, we've done a lot about what role do you think AI is going to play in engineering workflows, but engineering workflows over the next 5 years. And we're talking about something that's changing by the second as we speak. So what do
Yes.
you think is going
So to me, AI, if you look at it, is probably the extension of your arm, which can bring you up to the speed if you use it right. Okay. Now, as simple as building up a website used to take a 6-month project where you create a content, identify a developer, then you share the ideas what kind of site needed, and today you can build it in 1 day, or not even 1 day, half a day.
And I think
right?
by yourself as well.
Yes, and we can do it by ourselves. So that's the extension of your arm where you should be able to run faster, 100x speed. So if you use the AI in such line, you are the winner. And that is why every organization, everyone is talking about get your hands into AI, get your hands into the AI. When ChatGPT came over, everyone was bonkers that okay, something has come. Now today ChatGPT has already been overtaken by another player, right? So that is what AI is doing, and at this point in time, every business demands the speed.
Right.
Okay, and that is what AI is gonna bring into.
And I think maybe the workforce you hire as well, you want them to be riding this wave. So you need to be on top of agentic AI right now to be able to be there and discuss what is going on.
Yes.
Or you get left behind badly, right?
Yes. So what I have done, just to add, sorry to cut you. So what we have looked at is when you get new people on board, we do not want to give them policy, process limitations. We want to use their innovative power into the system because innovation is a lifeblood of any organization. The moment you give them direction and say you need to be within this, you are actually cutting down your growth. And that is where we just give them that, okay, this is what we built, whatever I could think of the best. Then their mind starts working that, you know what, if we do this, this is the outcome. And that's where the innovation starts happening. And that has done real wonders into this corporate world.
And I think as leaders as well, if we don't upskill ourselves, that's where we also sort of lose grounding, so to say.
Exactly.
So what anchors your leadership approach in this ever-evolving tech landscape?
See, leadership, earlier it was a dictator kind of a role, but today it is no more. It has moved from that dictatorship to an enabler platform. Okay, so if you are a good leader, you need to enable. Now, I have understood what capability I do not have. So I'm gonna play with my plus skills Whatever I do not have, I'm going to hire them.
Right.
So when I hire people now, I look at, okay, this particular element I'm missing, and hence I need this skill in my team. And that is what fills my team into the complete zone. Whereas older days, people will hire that, okay, this skill I do not have. If I hire, it's a risk to my role.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a change in the thought process itself. And when you bring in that kind of a role, so when you bring in someone who is more superior, then you also need to learn how to nurture that.
Right.
Okay, and when you nurture such kind of a
Not feel threatened by it.
yes, you should not feel threatened by it.
Right.
If you start enabling your team to a larger extent, you will see the result in no time, because
Yeah.
they will supersede what you thought this department could deliver to maybe 10x
Yeah.
to the scenario. So that particular shift has to happen in the industry. And of course, AI being the largest portion of enabler. But other element is your innovation. If you do it well with AI and your innovation, new ideas, new strategy, new beginning, of course this is the right way. So my approach to leadership is always be an enabler. And when I hire people for my team, I look for a learning capability. That will I be able to make this guy learn, and will this guy be able to learn and deliver and work the way I wanted.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that these are just the two combination. Even skills are at a lower level, I'm okay with it.
Perfect. Thank you. On that enabling note, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.